We are live. Good morning, chat. Good morning, chat. Good morning, chat. I'm live. So, as you know, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, turn on post notification, share, and drop your pair in the comment section. We start our day with the good Lord. In the name of our Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We pray for God's direction to help us with our analysis and the wisdom to be right than wrong. So, like the live, turn on post notification, share the live, and let's see what we can do today. Drop your pairs in the comment section. Gold. What is happening on gold? We have 2 days for the monthly candle to close on gold. Now, with this bullish candle that we are seeing, and the price currently at 3385, maybe this month's candle will close around this 3385, 3400, around this zone, because unless there's some significant news, we are neither going to see any crazy buy nor a crazy sell. Next month, looking at how this past 4 months has been, and in September they are expecting a rate cut and all those things. September is going to be what? Very September is going to come with a lot of volume. So who knows? Probably September we have some initial sales, and along the month we see what? Another bullish candle, maybe back to the 3500 once again, or even higher. So for today, looking at this, we can only try to scalp some few pips if we are able to get it, because we are not going to get any major move within these 2 days remaining. So on the weekly, we had our weekly low at 3350, and then we have our weekly high at 3395. So that is 450 pips. So within this week, we can push higher again and drop, or push lower before we go up. But in all, we are going to have a bullish weekly candle close. So for me to look for a sell, I want to see the price come back to this weekly high, which is 3395, 33400, for me to open any sort of sell, and for me to buy somewhere around 3375, which is last week's previous high, which is 3375. Around those area, you can look for what? A scalping buy. So on a daily, you could already see that we've been having, a perfect daily trend: high, low, high, low, high, low. So tomorrow we are likely to see another bullish candle creating another high. So today there's a possibility we can close within this 3375, 3395, a 200 pips difference, unless some catalyst that will come in the market before we see any major move or any major downside. So looking at the overall daily, there is a higher possibility that when we enter next month, we can easily see price coming to 3350, 3450 once again. Or if today and tomorrow comes with a lot of volume, then we can easily move from here and tap this zone within 2 days. On the 4 hour, all that we could see on the 4 hour now is simply price finding it difficult to break this level, because after a break of this level, then we need to see a move towards the 3330. So my daily bias is to try and look for buying opportunities towards 3400, 3330. So with this, 3350 becomes my protected low. So I have a 300 pips, 400 pips. So right now, if you can afford a stop loss of 350 pips, then you can easily open a buy and then expect 400 to 500 pips. That is 1:5. But if you cannot afford this type of stop loss, which is too big anyways, then we will have to go lower and try to find any lower time frame buys. And we could see on the 1 hour, we are not really printing any better structure over here. The market is just, jumping, flying, jumping. It's just noise. But since we want to scalp within this thing, then we have to try and find buys from here. So to do that, mm, this low. So yesterday we were in this range, and then we had a breakout of the range, came back to the range, and then we are sort of having another try to the upside once again. So this yesterday's range low becomes the low for day trading, which means that if I open a buy right now, my stop loss should be at 3367, which is a 160 pips move, and first TP 3400 and second TP 3430. But to find a well better confirmation, then we can go to maybe 15 minutes, and on the 15 minutes 3375 is our daily low. So for us to open a buy, all we need to do is wait and see. So right now, it means that if we open a buy here, we can put our stop loss at 3373, which is daily low, and then the daily high is just 3395. Risk to reward is not favorable. Hence, this is not good. So to open a scalping buy, we have to just wait to see if price will push back again to this same 3375. Then when we get a 1 minute or 5 minute confirmation, we open a buy back to this 85.95. And when we are able to get something like that, then our stop loss on 75, our stop loss is going to be yesterday's low, which is what, 65, and the stop loss here is just 70 pips for 170 pips, which is 1:2. So with this, risk to reward is favorable. So this is all I will be expecting for the day on gold. So if you are new to the channel, subscribe and put me on notification so we can easily get to my subscription goal. The subscription goal is to get 1K before the year ends. So let's try and share the live and also turn on post notification. So this is all I'll be expecting on gold today. We don't have any major move that will come in the market. So for me to try a sell trade, I will only try a sell trade around 3,400. Either apart from that, the only thing I'll do is buy. So to make the chart a little bit easier to understand, then I have this level and this level. easy. And I'm expecting buys from here, stop loss here, TP, first TP here. So on Goldie, I can only try a buy over here and a sell around 3400, 3400. Or if the market decides to get some volume and then it breaks yesterday's low and stay below, then I'll try an impulsive sell. Either than that, this is all I can expect for the day. So waiting for buys at 3375, 3370 zone. When we are able to get that, our SL will be 33 uh 33 this is 3366 and our TP 3400. So this is the trade plan on gold. So we've set our trap. Let's see if the price will, you know, come back to today's daily low once again, then we try a buy. Either than that, for whatever reason or whatever strategy that you are trading, if you want to open a sell, then stop loss will have to be at least above the 3,400, because right now 3,400 is a round number that the market is going to be targeting. So now we have all these levels that price, all these levels that price refuse to what? Tap these two levels. Here, price did not tap this level. after this uh, spike, another spike, and price still did not tap it. So all these levels are zones where if the market decides to sell, it's targeting, right? Like for instance, if today we should have a very strong sell, the target will be here. Like for instance, we just all of a sudden we see some crazy sales coming in the market. The target will be what, the weekly low, which is what, 3350. That will be the target. But because there is no volume in the market, several times today we can tap here, bounce back, tap here, bounce back several times, maybe 2, 3, 4 times within the day. So that is all. That is the plan. I don't have any selling in my mind. The only place I'll try a sell is what, 3,400. That will be the only place I'll try a sell if I get a confirmation, because on the 4 hour, this 3,400, 3,014 is a very nice, zone to try a sell if there is a confirmation, because this level is this month's high. So when the price get here, there is a high probability that we will see some sell reactions, those quick sells. So that is all for gold. The rest is to wait and see which one will play out first. Maybe next month, which is next week, and also a new month, we'll see some initial sales that will close some of these levels before any new buy will start again. Definitely, all these levels will surely be tested, except there is some fundamental that prevents the price from ever coming here again. And next month, September, they are expecting a rate cut. And when they are expecting a rate cut, and if it happens, what it means is that the dollar, which is DXY, is going to fall again, because when they cut rates in US, the implication is going to be a weak dollar. So the market right now is just waiting for some of those news events, because that is going to be like, that is what Trump has been forcing Powell to do since the beginning of his uh, office, and he has been forcing him to cut rate, and then he is also refusing to cut the rate. So if Trump, succeeded in, getting Powell removed, because he's even saying that he'll sack Powell because he's not doing what he wants. And when he's able to do that, or he's able to make uh, Powell cut rate, then we can easily see, the dollar being weak even for the rest of the year, which means that before September, we are likely to see some initial buys, and when they cut the rates, then what will happen? You see a major drop again. So all dollar pairs right now, as it stands, before September, we can see, some few sales, and during the rate cut, we'll just see what some crazy reversals in all dollar pairs once again. But for now, we can just look for some like a pair like NZD USD. This here is a clean range, right? But for this to happen, the dollar needs to be strong. Then this would have been a nice sell on NZD USD, clean range, profit targets, stop loss, just some 80 pips stop loss, and then 300 pips uh profit targets, right? 80 pips stop loss, 300 pips profit target. And I think I will even take this trade because um I just want to, all I want to see on this NZD USD is if we can have some, you know, initial buys back to maybe the fourth touch of this trend line will be like a nice level to open sales where you can have like entry like this, stop loss just above this previous high like this, you know, something like this, and then we target what all these lows, like almost 400 pips. But for that to happen, we need what? A strong dollar. And now we don't have any strong dollar. So it is two things. We need strong dollar, and then we need a weak NZD. NZD is already weak, but both currencies are weak. The dollar is weak, NZD is always weak. So we if we can get some push again, that would be nice for us to sort of like just some breakouts over here will lead to a nice sell all the way down here. So that is my trade plan, like NZD USD. A very simple chart. On the daily graph, even right now, I can jump into a sell without any uh, proper confirmation. But if I try to do that, then I need to put my stop loss way, way, way above 100 pips, which is this high over here. And then I can still have 1:3, which is still good, you know. And NZD USD does not move very fast. So what is going to happen is several times we can remain here before maybe finally we will drop. So I'll open a sell right now on NZD USD with 100 pip stop loss and 350 pips profit target. That is what I'm going to do now. Yes, I'm going to open a sell because when I watch DXY already since last 3 weeks that I have this buying bias. We've just been what playing several times, and now it looks clean that what we are likely to tap some of these 100 levels again. So if you are going to tap some of these 100 levels before September or before the rate cut section, then NZD USD is likely to obey our sell. So, oh, NZD USD sell. NZD USD. So, on a daily time frame, NZD USD, I am opening my sell trade with a stop loss at 0.5940, which is like 100 pips. NTP here 0.555, 5530. So this is 300 pips for 100 pips. It's going to take base because this pair does not move crazily, but but we can easily get some fundamentals within, you know, let me see. Uh, Today is 27, which is Wednesday. So today we don't have any news on the USD. So tomorrow we have like, yes, so tomorrow we have uh GDP and unemployment claims. So, and Friday too we have core uh PCI index, PCE index. So we are definitely going to see some volume coming in the dollar. So sell NZD USD at 0.3, 0.5830 and stop loss 0.5940. That is like 100 pips. So this is the trade plan on NZD USD. So I have a trade now on NZD USD. Let's see how it goes. Stop loss, everything in place, and the rest we leave it for time. Entry 5830, stop loss 5930. That is 100 pips stop loss. And we are expecting almost 300 pips TP. So let's see. So NZD, let me share this setup to so guys, let's like the live and share the live. Gold, has gold left us, or we are still okay? So let's see if we tap into our 75.70, then if we get a buying reaction, then we buy. Let's play some music.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. 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 Artlist.io.
So now, if you want, you can, depending on what your risk is, you can open your first buy on the current price like this. You can open your first buy on the current price, and if the price drops more or drops a little to the 75, 73 area, so now then if you can add another buy, because I've opened my first buy already. So I'll just wait to see, because this one has no confirmation. I just entered, so it can drop more to the zone before I open like my real buy. But I've entered something small just in case, you know, because the way this selling pressure has reduced, we can just, fly from here again, and it will just be like what happened yesterday, where I missed all this move, all this 250 pips move, because I was expecting the price to tap 68, and then it tapped 70, and then phew, all left me. So I missed all this thing yesterday. So today, um, open some small buy, and then let's see if we see any proper reaction. Then we can add another buy. So you risk what you can risk and calculate your risk well. If you enter a buy here with the same stop loss, that is going to be like 100 pips. So you should know what loss size you're going to use. And if you add a second buy from now entry, which is 75, the stop loss is what? 80 pips. So by now, so I'm already in my buy, and I'll add more buy if it drops to the 75, 73, like it drops to my zone 75 to 70. I'll keep adding more buys for the buy, and then stop loss is just here. So let's see if they will chop us today or we will chop them. Let me put some music on. Today I know they want talk plenty, uh so the information is already on the board. Let's act accordingly.
Artlist.io.
So we have two trades, right? We are in two trades. NZD USD sell, and then we have this gold buy that we are here. So we gotta see how it gonna go. We've done our own. We leave the rest to the market. Whatever the market decides to do, we we leave the market for him to for it to do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on post notification, share. My goal is to get 1K subscribers before the year ends. So I will also try and be on live every day so that I can see if I can get the subscription. Currently at 355 subscription, so I still have over 600 plus to go. So if you join the live and you like, YouTube is going to recommend it to other people. But if you don't like, they are not going to recommend it to anybody. So you have to like, not just by maybe watching or no. You have to like and share if possible. You can just share to maybe, you know, so we grow. So as we already know, the market is ranging. So when we're able to hit the first TP, you have so many options, either to close your trade or set break even and wait for what the second TP, or after first TP, if we are able to hit it, you close your trade. And that is like, if that means even if you enter the trade now without the price tapping into the 75 and we hit TP, that is going to be like almost 90 pips. And 90 pips is okay in a market that is what making unnecessary noise. So just like I have been saying, even today we are going to see a similar move. The whole day we are going to be doing this type of noise. The whole day we are going to be doing this type of what? Noise. And just when we are tired or you are out of the market, then you see one move like this ones. Yesterday, look at when this move started. After I closed the live around around 5 thereabout. After being in this up and down for very long time, and I ended the live. 200 pips move, and I missed all, you know. So today too, here, several times we can just be playing like this, and by the time you are tired, before you see, the price is at 3,400. Those type of moves again. So let's see. Let's enjoy some music. I want to be playing. I want to be playing proper music, but because of copyright, if not, I would have been playing proper music for the live to be, lively. But if I play all those songs, YouTube will close the live right now with copyright strike. You see, it's some way. So let's see if we can hit SL or we'll hit TP. Any of them, we accept it with good faith. Music time.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Yesterday, people get her to, like, people can swing and kasa. Yesterday, I watched some guys trade, right? He opened he opened buy with just 0.01 though, right? He just opened 0.01, and he opened the trade since April with 0.01, and with 0.01 he has been holding that trade from the April time all the way till now. Still, he has not closed it, and that is like what, almost 400 and something pips. So with just 0.01 from here, how many months? April, May, June, July, August. He has been holding his buy with just 0.01 all the way now. And then the trade is floating like almost $500. You see? So sometimes, like right now, assuming, let's say, you have enough capital, right? That maybe 0.02, 0.03, 0.05 will not do anything to your account. There are a lot of traders right now. right? Who opens buy on gold like they are investing in gold. They don't do the type of things we are doing where they are trying to get like 50 pips squeezing themselves in the market. No, they can randomly open a buy right now with a very small lot and be adding more buys over time. And those people, even if the price falls from here all the way to this level, they are not going to blow their account. And with this drop, they are even happy. They will be adding more buys. Why? Because they know that what all these drops is what a temporal drop. You see, it is a temporal drop, and then eventually the price will go up again. So they will keep adding like maybe 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01 with no stop loss. When I watched the guys this thing yesterday, I was like, wow, people really get hurt. Even me, if I'm in trade like if I'm in a trade like 1 day, 2 days, my body is itching me. Once I'm in profit, my body is itching me to close. Now somebody opened 0.01 from April and he's still holding that trade. I don't know where his target is, but you see, gold will forever go up. So maybe next year the price will start to trade maybe in between 3,400 thereabout, and he will be holding that 1.01 until maybe when he is satisfied. So somebody like that, if he wants to flex and he holds the trade for a very long time, he can come and say that he used maybe 0.01 to make $500, and you'll be wondering how is it possible, right? But you've forgotten that what he did not open the trade within a day with that 0.01. He has opened that buy since April, and then he has been holding that trade for almost 4 or 5 months now. Me, I've never hold a trade even close to 2 weeks before. You know, I was like, then I have to learn how to hold trade in that level. Like, hey, it was nice to me because holding one trade for almost how many months is crazy. It's crazy. And you know the funny part, you see, he has hold his buy with just 0.01 and without so much emotion towards the chart. He's having almost $500 now. That same, and it took him like almost how many months? 4 or 5 months, right? That same 4 or 5 months, there are a lot of people that are blowing their account every single day by opening big lots on their small account. They have small account too, but they are opening point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3 on gold, and they keep blowing their account, keep blowing their account. They make small profits today, tomorrow they lose all. They make small today, tomorrow they lose all. But somebody just opened his 0.01 and he has been holding it for 5 months and he has gotten what? $500. Easy. And I saw it, I was like, I will adopt some of those things. I'll get another account and adopt some of those things. Like I'll treat that account like I'm investing in gold. So those ones I'll be using like maybe a weekly time frame. So on a weekly right now, I cannot do it. So all I need to do is to wait to see if, you know, since we are already in a range, if along the line or before the year ends, if we can see the price dropping back a little bit to maybe some of these 3,200 or 3,300 area, then I'll open 0.01. Then I'll also hold it. you know, as to expect like, some of this, because definitely by next year we'll start seeing gold prices in 3,500, 3,700, getting to 4,000, you know, somewhere around here. By next year, we'll start seeing gold prices around these areas. So if I'm able to get some of those 0.01 buys, imagine I am able to get like maybe around 3,300 or 3,250 with 0.01, and you just open it and and then forget about it, and you leave it, even though it can take like a very long time, months, but it will look like a flex because you've used like 0.01 to make like $1,000. You see, when you take screenshot of such things and you post on internet, a lot of people will be jumping on you because hey, 0.01 pound, $500, crazy, you know. So sometimes you just don't need to be too aggressive on the market like that. You know, it's nice to make money fast, but sometimes too, you just have to be a little bit cautious and play it well. You know, because 0.01 pound is holding his trade and the trade is floating $500. He has opened that trade way, way back in April. It's nice. So 76, 75, you can just add another position. That is if you can. Get to the music and watch what happens. Now we are on 75, so you can open buys. You can open your buy now, and then so I'm in my final buy. So let's see.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. 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 Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.